Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to do a quick foundation collection decluttering. So I've recently really kind of nailed down the kind of foundations that I like wearing, and my foundation and base drawer has just been overflowing. So I'm going to do this in a real like casual vloggy style way, no like professional fancy like shots of each product or anything, but I just want to walk you through all the ones I have in my collection super briefly after I kind of decide which ones I'm going to keep, which ones I'm going to toss, and which ones I'm going to keep in my drawer here on my heavy rotation. So if you want to see me kind of sort through my entire foundation collection, then please keep watching. Okay, so in this drawer right here in my kind of makeup vanity is where I keep all my foundations and base products. And this drawer, as you can see, is really just overflowing. So over here I have kind of powders, and then some more powders through here, and then some primers and kind of other mix-in base products, and then even some more setting sprays and powders at the back. But the bulk of my liquid foundation collection is right here, so I'm going to go ahead and pull all of those out so that you can see what I have, and then we'll sort through. Okay, so I've pulled out all the foundations here, and these are all the ones that were in my drawer, and then I have three more over here. This LA Girl one I had in the closet and kind of in the other room where I keep my overflow products, and then the Woke Up Like This and the Estee Lauder are ones that I have been using on heavy rotation, so they've just been sitting out here on my vanity, and I really love these ones, so those two are definitely staying. Those are like my top two at the moment, so those immediately are going in this keep pile. And this LA Girl one is just a super weird color for me. Hopefully it's focusing there on it. What shade is this? This is in the shade Natural, which just is not a natural shade for me. It does not look good. I was mixing this in with some other lighter foundations just to kind of get a good color match, because as you can see, compared to some of these other ones, it's just like super orangey shaded. So this one though, I know there's other colors of this, someone told me, so I think I need to toss this one. It's just not a good color match, or maybe I can pass this on to a friend that this might work better for. Okay, and then we have a couple more drugstore foundations here, and this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect and the Maybelline. This is their new one. This is their Superstay Full Coverage like 24-hour foundation that everyone was kind of obsessed with. I have this in the shade 110 Porcelain, which just, that color did not work out for me. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pass this one on. I also just didn't like the formula that much. And I wanted to like this because I love a good full coverage, non-drying kind of vibe. Like I want a full coverage, long-lasting foundation that's going to mattify my oil but not dry me out. And this is what I was hoping that would do. And I've really found that in my Estee Lauder Double Wear back there. There she is. But I have not found that with this, so I'm going to go ahead and pass that one on as well, just because that formula didn't quite work out for me. And then this Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. This one I think I'm going to keep, maybe just move to the closet where I keep like kind of the overflow products that I don't use every day. I like this because it has a super like olivey undertone, so it's really good for mixing in with other foundations when other ones are just too pink. I had been mixing the Milani and that Maybelline one that I just decided to get rid of together, because together that was kind of an acceptable color for me. It wasn't too yellow and wasn't too pink. But this one I think I'll keep just because it's a super full coverage. I was really impressed with the finish of this and the full coverageness. It's supposed to be a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer, and I think it really does that. So I'm going to keep this one, so we'll move this over here to the keepy pile. Okay, and now I want to move on to a few that I think are expired and I should just get rid of. So I'm going to bring all of those over here, and that is these three right here. So this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light, which I really like this formula. It's a little lighter and more blendable than the traditional Double Wear over there, but it is still, I would say, pretty full coverage and buildable up to a full coverage. It probably comes off medium to light right away, but you can definitely end up with a full coverage out of it. So I really like that one, but I've just had this for absolutely forever, and it's like almost empty. So I think it's time for that one to go, and I'll just stick with my regular Double Wear if I want something with that kind of an effect. And then this is the L'Oreal True Match in the shade N3. And L'Oreal True Match is like my absolute holy grail favorite drugstore foundation. I really, really love that formula. It's my favorite. I think it's an excellent dupe for the Armani Luminous Silk. I just can't say enough good things about it. But what I will say is that one I bought in a deep color, again, to kind of mix in with a few foundations that were a little too light for me. And it served its purpose for that, but I just didn't use it as much as I thought. I should have just bought it in my regular color instead of buying it as a mixer foundation. And I also kind of had these like false illusions that, oh, I'm going to become tan in the summer, I'm going to be someone who wears shade 3, but I'm just not. So I did not get that tan, I did not get the use out of it, so I'm going to put it over here in my toss pile because I think it's expired. I've had it for quite a while and I'm not going to get the use out of that color. And then also this is the 100% Pure Superfruits Healthy Foundation, which is one of my favorite foundations. I'm sorry if this like video is totally out of focus all the time. Hopefully it will focus on this here at some point. But anyway, this is just an amazing foundation. I love this. I was going through it super fast at one point because I was using it every day. And then I was like, oh no, I'm going through this super fast. I have to like save this for special occasions. Like I'm not going to use it anymore. So I stopped using it because I had used so much of it. And now it's just kind of sat and I haven't resumed using it, so it's definitely expired. I've had this for way too long. Like what is this? This says it's only good for 6 months. I've definitely had this for probably 2 years, I want to say. It's probably pushing 2 years, so it's just time to throw that one away. Even though I love that formula, I would definitely repurchase it, and I would definitely recommend that if you are looking for a totally natural formula. That's an amazing one, and it still gives really full coverage and isn't too greasy and dewy, even if you have oily skin. Okay, and then one more that I forgot about that should be in this pile that's probably expired. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation, and I have this in the shade Fair Light Neutral, and I adore this foundation. This is incredible. I just did not think that I was going to like it, and it looks so weird in the bottle. Like, look how kind of gross it is because it's like really watery. You have to shake it up before you use it, and then this is the one that comes with the like dropper pipette thing that you apply it with. It's just like kind of a little strange all around, but it's absolutely beautiful. I love this formula. I would 100% repurchase this. Like, sometimes I forget how much I love this formula. I think my skin looked absolutely amazing every time I wore this. It's like super glowy, but not too greasy. But this is just, I've had it too long. This is another one where, see, I'm like almost down to the bottom, and then I was like, oh no, I'm almost out of this. Like, I have to save this for special occasions, and obviously I just have way too many foundations. So once I kind of say that about a foundation, I just kind of don't touch it. And now I haven't used it in so long that it's definitely expired, but I absolutely love that formula. I would definitely recommend this one. It's super beautiful. I should probably repurchase that soon. One more for the keep pile is going to be this Osmosis Performance Wear Satin Foundation in the shade Golden Light. I've been laying mine on the side so that I can kind of gather all the foundation. I kind of have to poke around with the like stick that's in there to kind of get any out because I'm just dwindling down to the ends. This is an absolutely beautiful formula. It's from a skincare brand, so it's really good for your skin. It just like sits amazing on the skin. It gives you really nice full coverage. Just everything about this is incredible. You need this. I bought mine on Premier Look, so if you're looking for a healthy foundation that's like really glowy, but full coverage, then I would definitely recommend this one. I've used this in tons of videos before. And then these are two more that I'm kind of in two minds about. So, okay, the Smashbox Studio Skin, this one, sorry, I wasn't even showing it to you. This one is definitely going in the keep pile. I have this in the shade 1.1, and that is just like an amazingly beautiful formula. It's super full coverage, super blendable and buildable. It's oil-free, has 15-hour wear, just we're keeping that one. And what I like most about that one is it's an absolutely perfect color match for me. So I really love that one. A lot of times it's hard for me to find a good color match, but that one's beautiful. I really trust that one if I'm having photos taken or anything like that. Sorry, this is totally out of focus. This is really bothering me. I hope you're not getting like motion sickness from the horrible filming of this video, but I'm definitely keeping that one. And then this NARS one. Okay. This is super expensive. This is their Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I have mine in the shade Gobi, which is actually a beautiful color match for me. I had high hopes for this formula. I've seen tons of people rave about this, but NARS foundations and I just do not get along. Like, we don't. I keep trying to like them. I've tried Sheer Glow multiple times. I tried this one. I actually tried this in a sample before I bought it, and I didn't like the sample, but then I just saw so many people talking about it, and I was like, okay, I just have to buy the full size. I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna force myself to like this. I don't like this. It just clings to all my dry patches. It just does not sit well on my skin. seen other people apply this and it's absolutely beautiful. So if it works for you, I'm not trying to knock it. Something about NARS foundations just does not agree with my skin. But I'm kind of in two minds about this because it was so expensive, so I want to keep it because I just feel like at one point my skin is going to change and I'm going to like this and I'm going to be sad that I threw away, you know, a $60 foundation. So this and the Milani might be going in their separate little pile where they'll be kept in the closet in case I just, you know, become super tan or my skin changes dramatically and I decide I want to use these. Okay, last two foundations are these two. This is the Rimmel Wake Me Up and the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. So I'll be honest, I panic bought these while I was in Scotland. I've been hearing about both of these for years and I just really wanted to try the formulas. Like every single British blogger talks about these and obviously I just needed to try them. And I really liked this Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation. I actually mixed this in with the NARS a lot on that vacation. I had packed the NARS thinking I'm gonna like this on vacation, I'm gonna love the full coverage, but my skin looked like horrible the whole time on the trip. So I started mixing this in once I bought it and that helped a little bit, but it just couldn't save the NARS for my skin. So this is beautiful. I've probably used about half of this or so. It is beautiful, I just don't get the wear out of it. I think I would wear my Lawless Woke Up Like This foundation if I wanted that glowy look a little bit more than this. So I kind of want to toss this, but I might keep it just because we can't get it here. So if I ever wanted to use it again, I wouldn't have it. So we might keep this one. And then the Rimmel Wake Me Up, this one I definitely panic bought. I didn't even really have this on my list of things to buy while I was in Scotland, but I saw it and I was like, okay, I remember hearing people talk about this. I can't pass this up. Like, we have to get it. It also has an orange lid, which looks a little tacky, but orange is my favorite color, so I love it. I'll be honest, I don't think I actually used this, and for some reason, something about it, I just don't want to use it. I don't want to put it on my skin, so I think I'm going to give this away to a friend because I'm just not going to get the wear out of it when I have other foundations that I already know I like. Okay, so I just had a brief last look through all my categories. This is kind of the toss pile, the keep pile, and then the keep in the drawer kind of transitioning out of my collection pile. So these four are definitely keepers, like the Osmosis, the Smashbox, the Lawless, and the Esteé Lauder. These are all kind of ride or die formulas for me and ride or die colors for me. I just love them and I can't part with these. So those are definitely the four that are staying, and probably I would only need two, and if I only had to keep two at this moment, it would be the Lawless and the Esteé Lauder. Okay, so in the toss pile, I feel pretty good about tossing these three like drugstore ones that I never use, and then this Esteé Lauder one, which is similar to the double wear that I already have and love, but just really old and almost empty, and then the True Match, which is not a good match for me because that's not my regular color. And then also the 100% Pure, which is definitely far expired. But one that I had in this pile was this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea water foundation. And I have had this for a really long time, but I just absolutely love this, and I can't throw it away. I think I'm going to keep this one because I did use it not that long ago and it still looked beautiful. So I'm going to keep this. Even if I don't use it, this is a good reminder that I need to repurchase this because I love this formula, I love this color match, and this has just been kind of buried at the back of my drawer, and now that I have a smaller collection, I think I'll get some more use out of it. Okay, and then these three are the ones that I'm planning to transition to my closet, like not in my everyday drawer. So I feel pretty good about how many I've eliminated. I probably, honestly, won't ever wear these again. I'm just not ready to throw them away, especially the NARS, since I spent so much money on it, and the Bourjois because we can't get it here in America as easily. So I just have to keep these ones until I just feel better, you know, in my heart about letting them go. Alright, so these are the final 5 that made the cut that I'm going to keep in my foundation drawer. I'm really sorry that I was late to the Esteé Lauder Double Wear game. I'm wearing that foundation today, and I just love this formula. The Lawless is just super beautiful. If you're looking for a natural but full coverage glowy foundation, that is just the one. Like, it is just beautiful. And then this Smashbox Studio Skin one, this is just a really great standby product for me. I love this when I am like having photos taken or for a special event. The formula is just super blendable and buildable and lovely. And the Osmosis, this and the Lawless are probably the two natural formulas that I would recommend the most, or like more natural, healthy for your skin. The Osmosis, I probably honestly like maybe even a smidge better than the Lawless, but the Lawless is just a little bit more dewy than the Osmosis, but they're both absolutely beautiful and give you a nice radiant dewy finish, and I've already talked about how much I loved this Tarte one. And I just wanted to give you guys a quick view of the drawer now. Back there was where all my foundations were before, and now it's looking a lot cleaner. There's only 5 in there. I have my Double Wear on top, and then my Lawless right here at the front. Those are my 2 most used at the moment, and the drawer is just looking a little bit better and less crammed. Alright guys, that's it for this foundation declutter video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this more casual style video, and I was pretty proud of myself that I managed to get rid of 6 foundations and whittle down my foundation collection to only 5. I'll list my 5 favorites that I kept in the description box down below. If you have any questions about any of the other ones, just leave me a comment and I will get back to you. As always, I'm also uploading 2 days a week, so please subscribe right here if you haven't already so that you don't miss my next video, and thank you so much for watching.